My results are amazing. I'm just going to have a look at my note actually. I've lost 2 inches on my bust. I've lost 1 inch on my thighs, my waist 3 inches, and my hips 2.5. On the scales, I've lost 10 pounds. That isn't as important as how I look in the mirror. Since I've finished the 1% programme, nothing's changed. If it has finished a slimming group, everything would have changed. It would have been, oh, I can fit that in, and before you know it, you forget to count the extras that are classed as bad foods and whatever, so you start to incorporate them slowly. The 1%, since I've finished the 1% plan, I've just been continuing, because it's not about Cameron, and I think that's what Cameron gets across. It's not about Cameron. It's not about making big changes. It's not about a rush. You know, it's all going to be there. And even if you didn't lose weight, that is not the important bit. The important bit is you're going out there, you're getting off the couch, you're doing something, and you're actually feeling good. And that's what it's about, feeling good in yourself. And I think once you start feeling good in yourself, everything comes easier. My biggest challenge before joining the 1% was actually losing weight and just getting all my priorities wrong. I had to do cardio, and I'd be thinking that's how I'm going to lose weight, but I wasn't losing any weight. It didn't matter if I starved myself, I still wouldn't lose any weight. You know, so it didn't matter what I was trying. So it's just changed the whole approach of how I'm doing everything, and the proof is in the pudding. I've lost 10 pounds, and to achieve that before, I don't think I would have done. I'd have got so far, I'd have lost 3 or 4 pounds, and then when I got stuck, I'd have gone back again. So I'd have been to-ing and fro-ing until eventually I'd give up, and then I'd give up, but not only would I put the weight back on, I'd put another couple of pounds back on, maybe another couple of 3 or 4 pounds back on. So it's just created that thing in my mind now where I know I'm just moving forward all the time. There's no going back. You know, and should I have a few cheat days or whatever, even that is acceptable. So you can fit it into your lifestyle, and it's your life choice, and you can do that. So you can fit it in with you. So you're not fitting around Cameron, you're fitting in with yourself. If somebody was on the fence about joining the 1% programme, first thing I'd say is just join, because you've got nothing to lose. And if you're just making, anybody can do 1% change, anybody can do it, you know. And if you did 12 weeks at 1% change, that is 12% at the end of the 12 weeks, and you will see the results, and that'll be enough. That'll be enough. And what is 12 weeks compared to, you know, 12 weeks putting on a pound, 12 weeks putting on another pound, you know, so you end up even heavier than you were. So if you're on the fence, just jump right in, just join, and just do something about it and make those changes yourself. What have I enjoyed the most about 1%? I'd like to say losing weight, but that isn't really the focus. I don't really look at the scales, I look at me in the mirror. And I think I'm just, there's no pressure. I'm enjoying everything that I'm doing. I'm enjoying, believe it or not, calorie counting. I would have thought before, counting calories. You know, but I'm enjoying watching the calories out. I'm just loving the whole process, that I'm in control of everything. Nobody's dictating. Nobody's weighing me every week. I'm in charge of what I want to do. So the onus is on me, not that I have to confess anything to anybody else. And to be quite honest, if I did have a really bad week, Cameron would be sympathetic to that. He'd try and find ways around and ways to put you back on that right mindset. But I'm just enjoying everything about it. And the one-to-ones as well were very, very good. I felt like I wanted to do 10%, not 1%, because I'd geared myself up and I was ready to go, you know, and Cameron's saying, whoa, 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 no, we're just going to do this, we're just going to do this. And actually that first week, and just counting my calories in the first week, to be honest, I shocked myself at the amount that I was eating and the lack of doing, and just even making those simple changes, the 1% changes at first, soon starts. I think you get into the mode of losing weight. I think once it starts to come off and you're feeling relaxed about everything, you're not thinking about it as much. All I do now is look in the mirror, and then when I feel like there might be certain changes, I'll get on the scales and I'll be like, yes. So I do think that when you get into diet plans or you join groups, whatever, I think you are at risk of getting into cycles. The cycle of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. And I think that's what some of these groups rely on for customers, to be quite honest. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But I've looked at the nutrition and everything else, obviously, because I've been a consultant. And at the end of the day, you are going to eat what you enjoy eating. So if you can incorporate that into a healthy lifestyle, eating what you choose to eat and not what somebody tells you to eat, you're going to love the 1%. My mindset has completely changed. And I would say the 1% is now a habit. So where I probably had bad habits before, 1% is my habit now, and thankfully it's a good habit, because the introduces that I've made are for life. It's not just, and the people around me, I've got people around me still going to slimming groups, and they're still losing weight, and then some have been a couple of times since, lost it, put it back on, and I'm watching that, and I'm actually sat back feeling good, because I know what I'm doing now is, my plan is achievable, but it's achievable long term, not for 12 weeks, not for 6 months, forever. I was a slimming consultant for a well-known brand. They are not for everybody. There'd be different methods that they'd use, and it's focused on a particular diet plan. So you will be given that. They don't call it a diet plan, but it is a diet plan because you're restricted in your foods. So they give you a book, first week, a lot of people after the first week, there's so much to get to grips with, and they'll go and they'll get weighed, and that is like the judgment. The judgment is getting weighed, and if that person hasn't lost weight the first week, they can give up, and the 1% isn't about losing weight, it's about making them changes, and eventually the weight will come off. So you set up for failure, basically. So you can do a program, you can join for 6 weeks and you can lose half a stone, but because you are restricted in your food choices, so this amount of food you can eat loads, well, there's going to be consequences for that anyway, and especially for those that don't need a lot of weight to lose, there's still only going to be so much you can eat. And then on the other hand, you've got the scales, which is the enemy. Even on the 1%, Cameron doesn't need to know your weight. He'd like to know if you're losing weight. He'd like to know if you're not losing weight. But there's no judgment on that. You can cheat yourself if you want. Nobody's going to see. But as long as you're making that change, you're going to feel good. You're not cheating anybody. You're not cheating Cameron. It's just making changes to your lifestyle. It's not about sticking to, if I want a glass of wine now, I'll have a glass of wine. I won't think, oh, I can't have a glass of wine. I've been there, and at the end of the day, and I think there's no way on earth I am gonna earn enough calories to have that glass of wine. I've walked up and down the stairs, and I've laughed and I've enjoyed it, and that's really what it's about, enjoying it. If your friends ask you out, you say, right, well, you'll have to come for a walk with me. You're offering to do things so that you'll get up off the couch and you'll do things and you'll earn what you want to eat. It's amazing. I joined the 1% program because I've tried many other diets. I've been a slimming consultant, so I know how I should be able to lose weight, and I've always lost the weight. So I am what I would class as quite a motivated person, but as soon as I finish that plan, that's when the weight comes back on, because it isn't a lifestyle change.